beautiful ones. Welcome to another video. This one is kind of old school, my old school setup of just using my phone. So I'm not going to classify this video so much as ASMR because it's so quiet. I don't have a microphone right now. I just felt so ready to share about a recent dream. This happened 2 nights ago. It was so powerful, there's no words. It really is beyond anything I can explain, but the energy itself I hope you can feel through what I express, and I hope it can be of service to you in any way. I've talked about in previous videos about my family, and it's really hurtful for someone that's an empath, and of course I love my family so deeply, to feel that there's nothing I can do to bring us together. And it's something I ask my angels about almost every evening before I fall asleep. Is there anything that you would have me do or say? Maybe write a letter or text or something, call my family, and to reunite us again and to have us come back together again. As if you don't know, I'll post a link to the video where I talk about this and how it's often helpful to create distance and space with others who are toxic to you in some way. And I've shared that my family had a lot of substance abuse issues and various mental health issues, and for me that played out in some of the abuse that has happened in my life. And when I left my family, it was in a way where I felt like it was just for my highest good to leave. There were things that were said that they didn't agree with, and they were ready for me to disconnect from them, as I was ready to do that as well. But it's still every day a challenge to feel that I'm no longer communicating with my parents, and to feel this loss, this sense of grieving of not having this family unit anymore. And I'm only 30 years old, and like, what is that going to look like the rest of my life? And so I pray, I ask, and whenever I dream about my family, it's still, there's a lot of wounds that come up. There's still uncomfortable energy, a lot of manipulation kind of energy, and the hidden secrets in the family that I still feel aren't fully acknowledged. And I'm trying to say this in a way where I'm just viewing it from a space of love. I'm not blaming anyone, or I'm not expecting them to be different necessarily or to change who they are. I want to know if there's anything that I can do to bring forward some kind of healing and transformation for us, because I believe it's always possible. So anyway, I have dreams, but they're still very much, they're not pushing me to, or not pushing, but they're not really telling me to try to do anything in this life yet. And that's the feeling I get, so I trust it, so I just let it go, that I'm doing the right thing for myself right now. And then I had the inspiration just 2 nights ago to ask if I could do any kind of healing for anyone. It wasn't just my family, for anyone in dream time, so that way ego isn't involved. I asked to be of service in dream time to anyone who would like to receive this unconditional and loving energy from me, but in a space that feels more anonymous. I guess it's the best way to put it. The space doesn't feel like the ego is trapped in expecting certain things, or again, whether they believe in it fully or not. There's no stories attached to it, and so it can be a really powerful place to heal multiple souls or lifetimes. And it's something that I feel really guided to do because I'm very much a dreamer. I have a lot of visions, and just as all this has come through for me on my journey, I feel like it's a way for me to be of assistance beyond just this life. So anyway, I just put out that call and asked my angels to help me with this, and I wasn't expecting anything to do with my family. But what happened was we ended up doing a healing for different members of my family, and it was really remarkable. In the beginning of the dream, I remember trying to get different members of my family's attention, and I was just like, please listen to me, please hear me. And everyone was kind of in their own world, and they weren't ready to listen, they weren't ready to hear me. And I said, I don't need your help, I just want you to hear what I have to say. And a few few people, I'm not going to mention who they are, seemed like they wanted to hear, but they just couldn't. They weren't ready. And I said, I just want you to know, and even though they weren't fully listening, I want you to know why I was born in this family. And it's to reveal what has been hidden for so long that wants to be heard and it wants to be healed. And I said, all we need to do is ask. And then suddenly we were in my mom's kitchen, and she's now passed, but we were in her kitchen, what I remember as a child, and we were sitting in a circle, and it was myself and 3 or 4 other members, and again, I was just saying, it's nothing that we have to necessarily do or try. We just ask. We ask the angels and spirit to help us. And we just all intuitively and telepathically connected our hands like this, like we were asking for help and to receive healing light energy. And I remember we all did it at the same time. I wasn't teaching any of this part. And all of a sudden we just started chanting together. And we were chanting, heal our family. And different parts, different people would sing at different times, and then we came together. And I remember at one point my throat kind of got choked up, and it didn't sound necessarily the best, but it was so powerful, and I was just like, I felt this lightness, and I knew that I felt we were being healed. At some level, the angels were with us, and at some level, we were all being healed as a family. And I really, truly believe that, because when I woke up, I woke up and I felt so light, and I still feel this transformation inside. Whether the other members of my family are ready to acknowledge that in this life, I don't know. But I feel like it was exactly what needed to occur, because I wasn't, I wasn't forcing it. I wasn't expecting myself to be, because I kind of take on that role of the healer, the helper of the family, to always do that in this life, but just ask for help, and it's received, and it happens in ways that we can't expect or know. Sorry, I'm getting really emotional because of that. And this all came through too because for the past 2 weeks I've really been feeling into this void. And the void to me isn't scary because it's like this container of just emptiness, but it's also filled with so much love. And when I feel like I'm not getting much inspiration, or like these sparks of inspirations to do videos or to write or something, I really, because it doesn't happen very often, I really tune in and I really try to take advantage of that when nothing's really coming through, and I can just be with myself and send myself more love and care, and just nurture. Like, all the inspiration I was getting was just to like eat really well and to drink a lot of water, to do like the dry brushing I showed in my last video, and to do lots of oil massages like I shared. And so those kinds of things were inspiring me, but nothing as far as doing this kind of work with the energy healing or creating more videos. It's funny because I just finished up the 21-day Reiki challenge, and here I thought it was going to strengthen me as a channel in this work, but it's really helped me to come back to myself. So I was in this void for a while, and now this has come through as, in this space, this healing has come through, and I feel the power of it. And it's not only connected me with this sense of my immediate family here in this world, it's connected me to ancestors that are also healing. I get the sense that it's generational, far beyond what I could comprehend, I'm sure, because this is the next part that I wanted to share. And I'm sorry, this really isn't an ASMR video. This is really just me talking and being real and just all over the place. So I hope you can appreciate this too, but I just had to get it out and share it because I hope it really inspires other families and other people to work with the angels, to do any kind of healing for brokenness that's beyond what you feel you can really do on your own. A lot of us feel like we can help people, and that's great, but we can ask for assistance if we need it, and the angels are right there with us to do that with us. So what happened after this experience was remarkable. I recently, and this again is within the last 2 weeks. When I say recent, it's within the last 2 weeks. Connected to an angel that I believed it was a guardian angel named Sarah, because I heard the name Sarah, and I've been connecting a lot with angels, so I assumed it was one of my angels and a guardian angel, perhaps, getting to know more of them, and by name, which is really exciting. And they all have like different energies, and I was really excited about a more feminine guardian angel coming through, because the one I've been really connected with is more of a masculine energy. So this guardian angel, Sarah, was really coming through strongly, and I had recently written something on Instagram that she helped me with, about having a soft heart and the qualities of being soft and the feminine and how powerful it truly is. And I was just thanking Sarah, and I was asking if there's anything else that she wanted me to write or to create, if she could help me. And all of a sudden it came in so fast. I heard Saraswati. So it wasn't a guardian angel, but I think she wanted me to trust her and her energy, to work with her, to write with her. And I heard Saraswati, which is a goddess, if you're not familiar with her. She is the muse of creation. She is the water element embodied, and she helps with anything to do with music, knowledge, wisdom, the arts, science. She really is that spark of creation, of life. And what was interesting, like I said, I was really in this void space for a while, and to have her be that spark of inspiration to write something, I hadn't really written anything like that in a while. Felt so good. And when I connected with her, she was showing me some visuals. Clairvoyantly I could see, and I couldn't really make out her appearance. I did feel her energy so strongly. And she's like, I have an offering for you, and it's pretty big, it's heavy, or something like that. She was joking. And I was like, what is it? And it looked like she was carrying this huge picture. And she like held it up, and then I could see further into it, and it was this beautiful waterfall, which I didn't realize at the time that she is the symbol. I did more research after this to share about her. Didn't ever connect with her before, and I didn't know as much about her as I do now. But she again is the water element, and she's based in the Hindu and Indian belief system. So if you want to research anything about her, I would definitely recommend it. But so anyway, the waterfall now makes a lot more sense that this came through. It's the inspiration, the energy of creation and life itself. So again, I have a hard time just explaining some of this stuff. And then all of a sudden the waterfall was turning into a road, and it looked like we were traveling. And I say we are, I thought it was myself at first, like symbolizing some kind of move or travel, because I will be moving in a few months, and so that was really significant. But then I heard, listen to the chanting, listen to the chanting. And I was like, okay, so I tuned in even more, and I felt the energy of ancestors traveling. I get so emotional. And the chant was simple, but profound. We are free, we are free, we are free. Heal our family, we are free. So I feel this work is happening, again, generationally, in ways that I can't ever understand. That's why I needed to wait a day to share this, because it's very powerful stuff for me, and I don't always know if this is the best way to share, but I just want, again, to inspire you. And if I can do this, and if I can have these kinds of visions and this truth revealed to me, I know anyone can. So after I saw my family and my ancestors and felt the energy, and I was chanting along then. Once I heard the chant, I was chanting it over and over again. And then I saw a mountain, and again, these are all really metaphorical and could be interpreted in so many ways, but I saw a mountain, and I saw a pair of hands helping me up this mountain. And that's all they would show to me, but I heard Saraswati say that I would be meeting Mary Magdalene on the top of the mountain. And she's an energy that I have connected with for a very long time, and ever since my Kundalini awakening, she was the first guide that I've really worked with. If I don't know if everyone knows that, I've shared it more in my writing, but I feel a really powerful rebirth. I feel there's a lot that's coming to be awakening inside of me, because I do feel this death of an ego, and I think it's always a process, and I think we have these deaths numerous times in our lives, and we are called to change, or we're called to transform in certain ways. So the fact that I just had my Reiki master attunement, it makes sense to me that there's a lot that wants to be let go and purified in me, and I feel that there's a lot of change and a lot of things that are shifting, and so reaching this top of the mountain is just one of the mountains, of many mountains that I'll be climbing, I'm sure, in my life. And I just feel that energetically, I'm just trusting in that. And I remember going back to the dream that I had with my immediate family when we were holding our hands together, and I remember it was either an angel or one of our guides asking, like, what is this that we're creating? And a family member said about, a family member said that we're letting go of the old, and I think it was me that said, like, and we're bringing the new. And what does that mean exactly? We're being asked again, like, telepathically, what does that mean for us? And I remember, again, the same family member said it's like a resurrection. And that's truly how it feels within me, in my soul. It feels that it's happening at a collective, generational, ancestral level. And it's what we're here now celebrating coming up Easter. But it's really more of a metaphor for, I feel like it's really a metaphor for what we can all be doing and awakening within our own hearts on this journey. And it's possible. I just want to keep saying that it's so possible. So thank you all for listening to this, to hearing my story, my dreams, and really more of this personal stuff that I'm going through. I really appreciate it. I'm not sure how all this is going to be going in my life, if there's going to be more of a waiting period. I do feel this kind of urge for change, and I've been getting messages about possibly a career change for me. So it'll all be revealed in perfect time. I know that, and I don't want to rush and say that I'm not going to be creating ASMR anymore. I know I'll always be inspired in the right moments, but I don't think it's going to be as focused each week and having to create. It gets kind of it feels like it's a job in that sense, and although I love it, I love the work, I'm always going to create when I feel it's in my heart. So whenever you see a video, just know how truly heart-centered it is from me. So I wanted to end this space and this time together, as maybe things are coming up for you that you want to try to incorporate or practice more in your life, and I hope that this happens, even though I'm not really clear all the time and I'm talking a lot. But I just wanted to share the chant, the mantra to invoke Saraswati if you want to work with her and have her really inspire any kind of change for you, any kind of, just any inspiration really. She's perfect for that. She's really, she works with the throat chakra a lot, with expressing your truth and your authenticity, expressing your heart's purpose. So she's a really beautiful goddess to work with. Thank you all so much for being here. Calling upon Goddess Saraswati. May she heal us all in the most benevolent ways possible. Oh.